So are you programmed for mediocrity? I know. It's a super harsh question to kick things off with, but honestly, if you're feeling stuck, or if you feel like you're just kind of going through the motions day in and day out, well, society might actually be doing exactly what it designed you to do. The ultimate enemy we're tackling today is this really subtle, almost invisible expectation that you should just put your head down, accept a totally normal life, and literally never aim higher. We're basically conditioned from day one to think that an average existence is the absolute ceiling of our potential. Crazy, right?
You're basically standing at a crossroads today. On one hand, we've got society's plan. This is your classic run-of-the-mill system trap. Go to school, get a safe job, settle for an average salary, and live a completely normal, unremarkable financial life. It's a blueprint literally designed to keep you comfortable but eternally trapped. Now, on the other hand, we have the wealth roadmap. This is a no-nonsense, highly practical blueprint specifically designed for escaping that financial mediocrity by the year 2026. And look, this isn't some scammy get-rich-quick thing. It's a deliberate, structured breakout from the system.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are breaking down a seriously brilliant framework based on the insights of Mark Tilbury. We're going to explore his definitive 5 stages of building wealth. I absolutely love unpacking strategies like this because, they take these massive, overwhelmingly huge goals and distill them down into a literal step-by-step science. If you're a focused learner who is just completely over the fluff and wants the direct route out of the rat race, you are in exactly the right place. To hit that 2026 goal, we're going to be following a strict 5-phase roadmap. Phase 1 is stop drifting. Phase 2 is the value equation. Phase 3 is the proven pathway. Phase 4 is the lonely chapter. And finally, Phase 5 is the reinvestment rule. Okay, let's jump right into step 1.
Phase 1. Stop drifting.
This right here is the foundational step, and it addresses exactly why most aspiring entrepreneurs stay broke forever. It's called drifting. Basically, drifting is jumping from one side hustle to another without a clear, focused wealth-building strategy. You know the drill. You try dropshipping for a month, maybe try to sell some leftover fidget spinners nobody wants anymore. You get bored or it gets a little too hard, so you pivot to crypto. The next week, you're trying affiliate marketing. Honestly, drifting just completely destroys your momentum because you're constantly starting back at zero. The absolute first thing you must do to escape mediocrity is shut this cycle down. You've got to pick one single lane, just one, and pour literally all of your energy and discipline into that specific area. Moving on to Phase 2, the value equation. So once you actually stop drifting, you need to understand one absolutely crucial rule about how wealth is generated in the real world, and it's this: money is a receipt of value. This is the core philosophy you have to adopt. The marketplace honestly doesn't care how hard you work, not even a little bit. It only cares about the value you deliver. You are paid in direct proportion to the value you provide to others. If you're earning an average salary right now, well, it's simply because the skills you're currently providing are easily replaceable and the market considers them, average. If you want to change your income, you don't just go ask for more money. You have to actually make yourself more valuable. So how do you actually do that? You obsessively master a high-income skill. We're talking things like video editing, dropshipping, short-form content creation, or deal negotiation. Did you know top-tier freelance video editors can easily clear 6 figures a year? That's because businesses desperately need these skills right now, and they are more than happy to pay top dollar for them. But the strategy here isn't to learn a little bit about all of them. Remember Phase 1. Pick just one of these skills and become totally obsessed with it. Learn the software, study the psychology behind the market, really understand the mechanics of the deal. When you elevate your skill level to the top 1% in any of these categories, your value absolutely skyrockets, and your receipts, meaning your money, will for sure reflect that.
Next up is Phase 3, the proven pathway.
Okay, now that you've got your skill, whatever you do, do not try to invent a brand new business model from scratch. That is a massive waste of time. Instead, just follow this proven 3-step sequence. Step 1, find a mentor. Step 2, study a successful case study. And Step 3, copy their blueprint. Seriously, you should never, ever reinvent the wheel when you can simply replicate success. Find someone who has already achieved exactly what you want to achieve using the skill you chose and reverse engineer their entire pathway. Follow their footsteps to the letter. Society always tells us copying is cheating, right? But in wealth building, copying a proven blueprint is literally the fastest route to success.
Which brings us to Phase 4, the lonely chapter.
Look, I want to get very real with you for a second, because this is the exact spot where a lot of people just throw in the towel. As you start applying this formula, you are going to hit a giant wall of isolation. Self-improvement and building wealth require a level of dedication that most people, frankly, just don't understand. You're going to be working late on a Friday night while your friends are all out at the bar. And even harder than that, you'll probably start to outgrow your current social circle. As you level up, you'll find that average friends who just want to sit around and complain about the system will completely pull you down. It is absolutely crucial during this lonely chapter to intentionally surround yourself with winners. You need a community of like-minded people who are also escaping mediocrity to keep you motivated and honestly to keep you sane when that isolation really kicks in.
And finally, Phase 5, the Reinvestment Rule.
If you can push through that lonely chapter, you reach the true test of your discipline, and it revolves around one very specific number: $0. Yep. When you start mastering your skill, you find your mentor, and you're finally seeing those first real paychecks rolling in, this is exactly how much money you should be spending on superficial status symbols. 0. Absolutely nothing. No new wardrobe, no designer shoes, nothing that's just meant to show off to other people.
The rule is super simple. Do not buy luxury watches and sports cars with your first paychecks. I know society programs us to think that looking rich is the exact same thing as being rich, but actually, scratch that. It's not even close. True wealth is created by relentless reinvestment into better skills, businesses, and assets. All of your early earnings must be deliberately reinvested. Buy better equipment for your business, maybe paid for some advanced courses to sharpen your high-income skill even further, or buy assets that actually appreciate. This is how you continually increase your value and allow your wealth to compound over time, rather than just throwing it away on things that lose value the second you swipe your card. So the final question is entirely yours to answer. Will 2026 be your massive breakout year, or is it just going to be another loop of drifting? You now have the 5 stages of building wealth completely mapped out for you. You know how to stop drifting, you understand the value equation, you know you need to copy a proven pathway, you're mentally prepared for the lonely chapter, and you know the strict rule of reinvestment. The entire blueprint is in your hands right now. The only variable left in the equation is your own discipline. So are you going to take action today, or are you going to let another year just slip by? Think about that, take some action, and I'll see you in the next explainer.